Okay, we'll start the class. I'm just presenting my screen. Just anyone of you confirm it. Is the screen visible?
Yes, Guruji. Yes, it's visible.
Thanks a lot. So today we'll see from Mercury. So yesterday we finished the Karakatwas for Sun and also for Mars. We saw like what are the important Karakatwas of Sun, but not limited only to those. If you see the logic, like whatever we spoke, anything which comes in all those things will have the Karaka of Sun. Similarly, we saw of that of Mars and why they are given that Karaka. Everything you will see. So, in case if you are we are able to finish all the Karakas today before the first break, that is before 8:50. So then I'll disconnect from this ID and I'll come in iPad and I'll send a different ID. You can join from there because from that time onwards, I'll try to show you how to take the Karakas in Nadi, like what connections we take and what connections we don't take, as taught by my guru Sivadasan Ravi. Many other hybrid methods are there, so let us not bother about that. What is relevant, we will take that. Fine. Today we'll get into Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet and the fastest planet in the solar system. It appears a greenish tinge color to the human eyes. It doesn't move beyond 28 degrees or two houses from the sun. Because of this, it undergoes more of retrogression and combustion than any other planet. However, few learned astrologers are of the view Mercury is immune to combustion. But we in Nadi astrology will definitely take combustion effects of Mercury if it is within 3 degrees of range. That is one nakshatra pada. If it is within that range, definitely will take the effects of Mercury, and there can be some damaging effects of the Mercury. But if it is at the optimum distance, then definitely we'll take that Buddha Aditya Yoga. We'll discuss all those when we see the education conduct, that is Vidya Kanda. We'll see all those things and we will see how it works. Karakatwas of Mercury, intellect, youngest brother or sister, maternal uncle. So here I given father-in-law, but this maybe I made this PDF some around 2010 or 2009. So now what I feel is after discussing with various gurus and referring books, father-in-law will be more appropriate only to son, not this Mercury. Those days it was a tradition. Maybe it is not there in the in south in the Brahmin family, but others definitely they, they get married to their maternal uncles. They say in Tamil Thai Mama. So that is there even in Bangalore also the tradition is there. Maybe in north it is not allowed. They think as something else. But anyways, in definitely in South India it is there. And friends and boy or girl friends. In case it can be even same gender or it can be even the opposite gender friends. And second wife, concubine, support, education, business partner, trade and commerce, philosophy, diplomacy, astrology, teacher, lecturer, professor, scientist, research engineer, book publisher, bookstore, accountant, auditor, poet, writer, comedian, actor, astrologer, lawyer, painter, correspondence, information, ball, hands, neck, shoulder, skin, forehead, tongue, vocal cord, throat, visitor hall, study room, balcony, plastering of walls, parapet, garden, park, green pads, green cuttings, education, beauty, walls, crops, leaves, soil, land, mud walls, registration, speech, eloquence, knowledge, activity, thoughts, tricks, diplomacy, cunningness, and soft things. Since Mercury, if you see in the entire solar system, apart from Moon, it is a fast moving planet along with Venus also. So Mercury has a faster movement than any other planet. It is considered to young people because usually young people are very energetic and they are very agile and compared to the old age people. Since it is also smallest planet, it indicates the children's. We say Mercury is always within the vicinity of the sun. So if you see any chart, the Mercury doesn't move beyond 28 degrees from the sun. So maximum it will be in the same house or it will be in the adjoining houses. It cannot move beyond that. So hence we say Mercury is also known as a planet which is always in search of companionship or partner. It is difficult for Mercury to be alone or isolated. In human beings, if two younger people are closer, then they can be either good friends or lovers. Therefore, Mercury represents friends or lovers. Whenever two people join, there is an exchange of information and ends the talk, thereby speech, communication, information, post, computer, internet, and library, mobile, all are related to the Karakatvas of Mercury. It is said education is like eyes. For eyes to see, sunlight is required. Mercury, being the closest planet, gets maximum sunlight from the sun. Anything seen in proper light has better clarity. Hence, Mercury is also known as Vidya Karaka. As we saw, Mercury is a combining or companion planet. In human beings, the organ which connects two individuals during handshakes is fingers and hands. Hence, Mercury represents fingers and hands. Also, the head and the body are the two different parts, which is connected by the throat. Hence, the neck region or throat is also a Karakatva of Mercury. The sun's rays first falls on Mercury. Similarly, the forehead is the part of the body which receives most of the sun rays. Hence, forehead is signified by Mercury. Also, skin is part of body which receives most of sunlight and gets openly exposed. Here, skin is also indicated by Mercury. Since Mercury holds the Karakatwas of combining or companionship, wherever there are gatherings of many people, such as library, market, shopping mall, park, party hall, school, playground, all are represented by Mercury. Since Mercury receives complete sunlight on one side and complete darkness on other side exactly, and also if you see this Mercury astronomically, it is a planet which has combination of both solid and liquid mass in almost exact proportions. Therefore, it is also known as planet of dual nature. And also we know only Lord Vishnu had that Swarupa, Mohini Swarupa as well as Mohana Swarupa. Therefore, Lord Vishnu is also is one of thing of Mercury. Okay. And eunuchs who are also dual nature are also attributed to Mercury. Mercury gets exalted in Kanya or Virgo and it gets debilitated in Pisces. It owns two Rashis, Gemini and Virgo respectively. And the gemstone for Mercury is emerald. This Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. The movement of this planet is neither too slow nor too fast. The color of Jupiter is yellow. The rays which come out of Jupiter provide soothing effect to the life on the earth. Hence, Jupiter aspect in horoscope is considered as benefic. Inside the egg, the yellow colored part is the one which gives birth or life. Hence, Jupiter is also considered as Jivakaraka. Karakatwas of Jupiter. Jivakaraka for male, for Venus, for female it will be Venus, and second husband. So as I said yesterday while I was doing the Mars Karakatva, I told Mars represents the first husband for the male. I told second husband is also represented by someone. So second husband is Jupiter. And the remaining karakas like preacher, mentor, guide, and teacher, presenter, trainer, education department, and education minister, judge, religious activities, spiritual person, development, growth, respect, divinity, and what is that? Fat, thigh, leg, feet, flesh, puja room, Vedas, temples, endowment department, honey, divine cow, your puja room, prestige, respect, self-esteem, patience. All these are given by the character class of Jupiter. And of course, the progeny is also a character of Jupiter, being fifth from fifth house. Sorry, all I was not even aware like the call got disconnected. So where did I leave? I mean, like which point I was discussing?
So, discussing in Karkatwa area of Mercury. Mercury Karkatwa, Guruji. I suppose for forehead and after that.
Oh, oh, after Mercury itself it got disconnected. Huh?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Guruji. That's why
See,
I called.
I went to Jupiter. Anyways.
Okay.
Mercury is not yet completed, I think, sir.
Okay, okay, sir. So actually, it has
You
been
were
completed.
actually
Forehead.
saying about handshake, fingers, and handshake. And
Uh-huh.
Yes, the
So,
sunrise and forehead is
okay,
coming.
okay, because there has been a problem in, I think, from evening itself, even when I was taking this ICAS nadi class. So, I think after a very long time, it was a downpour in Chennai for just 30 minutes. Then there is some issue with the connectivity here. So, in case if you lose my voice for more than 10-15 seconds, please someone just ping me or call me. Fine. So, I have tried to connect it through my iPhone. So, most probably we shouldn't have a problem. So, that, anyways, okay. Screen is visible, right?
Yes, Guruji. The screen is
Okay.
visible.
sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Thanks a lot. Whenever two people join, there is exchange of informations, hence the talk, thereby speech, communication, information, post, computer, internet, library, mobile, all are related to Karakatvas of Mercury. It is said education is like eyes. For eyes to see sunlight is required. Mercury, being the closest planet, gets the maximum sunlight from the sun, even though Venus is the brightest planet, but the planet which gets maximum sunlight from the sun is Mercury. Anything seen in proper light has better clarity. Hence, Mercury is also known as Vidya Karaka. As we see, or rather we saw, it is always remaining under the vicinity of the sun. So we can say it's a planet which is combining or a companion planet. In human beings, the organ which connects to individuals during handshakes is fingers and hands. Hence, Mercury represents fingers and hands. Also, the head and the body are two different parts, which is connected by toe. Hence, Mercury also holds Karakatvas of toe. The sun's ray first fall on Mercury. Similarly, the forehead is the part of the body which receives most of the sun's rays. Hence, forehead is signified by Mercury. Also, skin is the part of the body which receives most of the sunlight and gets openly exposed. Hence, skin is also indicated by Mercury. Since Mercury holds Karakatwas of companion or companionship, wherever there are gatherings of many people, such as library, market, shopping mall, park, party hall, school, playground, all are represented by Mercury. Since Mercury receives complete sunlight on one side and complete darkness on other side, and also astrologically, astronomically, if we see, it is a one planet which has equal composition of both solid mass as well as liquid mass. Hence, it is also compared to as dual nature planet, and it is also said to be Lord Vishnu's embodiment. Means Lord Vishnu is not only Mohini Swarupa, he is also the Mohana Swarupa. Both the Mohini and Mohana are the forms of Lord Mahavishnu. So, thereby, Mercury is also related to Lord Mahavishnu. Similarly, in human beings, if you want to represent the eunuchs or the transgenders, they are also having the dual nature in them. So, they are also attributed to Mercury. Mercury gets exalted in Kanya or Virgo and debilitated in Pisces. It owns two Rashis, Gemini and Virgo. The gemstone for Mercury is emerald. But here, slightly with my experience and what I have learned through my gurus, what I can say, people who are having Mercury in Pisces, I have not seen them doing bad in terms of Mercury Karakatva. Like Mercury's Karakatva is being orator or good at speaking, okay, or good at that knowledge level. So people in having the Mercury in that Meena Rashi are very good at convincing people, or they are very good at oratory skills. If somebody is having Mercury in Pisces, I can definitely challenge. They are very good at this. Rather, it is not giving the negative result. Does anyone is having, or you have seen any observations of Mercury in Pisces here? Because all these times, even if you are studying nadi somewhere, they would have told Mercury in Pisces is bad. But I can challenge and tell Mercury in Pisces is very good. It gives them the best educational skills. They can convince people like anything, and they have the better oratory skills also.
Sir, but generally,
we
break
have
in education, we actually Mercury in Pisces is linked. So
No, I'm not talking about
then
break in education. Okay,
somebody
Only Mercury in Pisces cannot give break in education. There will be somewhere connection of Mars or something like that. The trains are in seven.
is having a break.
Okay. But what I'm saying, trying to ask is Mercury is also Karaka for speech and communication, right? The
I am
capability.
Mercury in Pisces.
Hmm. So are
I
you?
am Mercury in Pisces.
Hmm.
It's retrograde.
Okay. So how is your ability to convince people and your oratory skills, all those things?
I can speak very well on a public platform and
Hmm.
one-to-one conversation, but I don't really try and convince anybody of anything because I don't care.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
So, but
So.
yeah, I'm
Hmm.
not a salesperson.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, Guruji, I've seen a few of
Hmm.
the people
Hmm.
there who have Mercury in this Pisces, and they're really good.
Okay. Great. Great, sir. Great. Good.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, I can relate it like in BP, which is when we started in B6 and learning, no. So
Hmm.
basically, Pisces is a sign of counseling, and Mercury is the sign of communication. So they are very good in terms of
Hmm.
counseling via communication.
Good. 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 So that is what I'm trying to
Thank you.
say. Where I can say Mercury finds a problem, I'll share that Rashi. And one more thing, if somebody is having Mercury in Aquarius here, definitely they have a double degree, or they were good in education, or they are good at research minded, or their business acumen skills are very good. So more than Mercury getting Venus, Mercury also gives double degree or good in education. It makes them shrewd in calculations, but more than that, Mercury in Aquarius is like more than what it is actually in Virgo. So does anyone has in Aquarius, or have you observed it?
Yes, Guruji, I have a in Aquarius with
Okay.
Mars.
Okay.
So maybe that's the reason I don't have a double degree, but a
Mm.
lot of certificates and lot
Mm.
of educational part, Guruji. Yes,
Correct. Correct.
think
That will be
many
there.
fields I have been into,
Correct.
seen
Multiple
through.
degrees, multiple
Yes,
certifications,
yes, multiple. No degrees, but
certifications.
certifications and
Correct. Correct.
education I've done. Yes,
Correct.
multiple fields.
Anything, yes, it will be always multiple. It can be certification, it can be diploma, it can be degree, but it will be doubled.
Oh yes, Guruji, I've got a
Can,
lot of diplomas,
Mm.
and this one
Mm.
I've got.
can retrograde be considered for Aquarius also?
Yeah, very much considered. May not be that much significant like a direct Mercury, but yes, it doesn't mean it will lose the attribute.
I have have a double degree and I have a PG and many other educational.
Correct.
Then what are the consequences since it is very nearer to its Nicha Rasi? Uh, then what is the background?
No,
Because
that is what I'm trying to say here. Mercury is not Nicha in that Pisces. It doesn't give the results of Nicha and Pisces, but rather you can see only the Mercury giving that such effects only when it is in Cancer. Okay, so
okay, in Moon Rasi.
in
Okay,
Moon Rashi, astronomically there are big difference that equinox and how the sun moves, everything is there. We'll not get you into that. Then the class will be much drifted. So, but what I'm trying to say,
fine.
if somebody is having Mercury in Cancer, you check with them. Definitely, they would have had an arrear, or when they have done that, UG degree to another degree, they would have had that gap, or sometime in their life they would have got stressed up such an extent they wanted to leave this life or some suicidal thoughts, or if all these negative things have not happened, then definitely they would have studied some flower medicine or something related to medical like acupuncture, acutherapy, reiki, like that. This mercury will give you results in this cancer. If
Okay,
MB
sir. So then who will destruct the Mercury's properties? Who is the acute enemy is only Mars.
acute enemy
But
is Mars. Okay, acute enemy is Mars, but again, Mars is the karaka for symbols, additions, subtraction, multiplication.
again, yes,
So,
mathematics.
so Mercury plus Mars can give excellent mathematical skills to the person. If
Yes. Then
okay,
when a farmer chart is coming,
uh,
then he will not be studied in any of subject. How
but
can we
but
determine?
still he will be good at taking. For example, what you will take a paper and write 1 quintal into 3,500. He will do it mind and calculate until there itself. It doesn't mean farmer should
Yeah,
lack that skill, right?
yeah. That is true.
Uh,
Basic things will be there.
Correct.
But compared to regular chart, how to define? Okay, this person is a farmer.
No,
He did not
no,
have.
there is no way you can tell this person will not study. Why? Because if you take this nadi analysis, so I don't know whether I shared this example. Did I share that example where I gave this example for Saturn, Moon, Mercury, Ketu?
Saturn, Moon, Mercury. No, sir.
No, Guruji, I don't think.
Okay, fine.
No, sir.
So, okay. So I'll share one example where when I was learning very long back this Nadi with my Guruji, maybe decades back. So that time what happened is there a person came in the car. Okay. So they came, they told like one guy has done his BCom and another guy has done his engineering. Okay. So then he told what is your combination. So he saw it was Saturn, Moon, Mercury, Ketu. So then immediately he told Moon means secret. Mercury plus Ketu means computer service. You do some computer business. They were like, what computer business we'll do? Some secret computer business you do. What is that secret? They went. Then after 3 or 4 years, when he kept a seminar in Coimbatore, the same people came. They told, sir, you are great astrologer. Nobody could tell us. Actually, now we are supplying that, what is that, some IC chips to the DRDO, which is involved in that, what is that, secret services of the defense. Okay. So like that they
Oh,
told. Then
oh.
I was thinking, oh, Saturn plus Moon plus Mercury Ketu. Then I should tell this computer science. Then 2014 or 15, I think. So he sent me one person to me. Like he's slightly busy. I have my student. You can check with him, so he can help you out equally. Like that, he told. So they came to me. I was in my native itself in Tirumala, Chennai. Okay. So they came. So, but this time the person came. You will not believe it. This person also had Saturn plus Moon plus Mercury plus Ketu. Immediate thought was for anybody to tell their computer business, but I was trained very well before that also. Like before that also, I had like 10 to 12 years of astrology. So, but this person came in a cycle, and he was all sweating. I asked him like, "What is your qualification?" He told 10th standard. Definitely, I cannot say him that. Then I told him, "So, what is this you did before?" He told, "I did food business, but it went into loss." Okay. Now I told him, Saturn is karma, Moon is flower, Mercury is binding, and Ketu is trade. You do this garland business. He told, sir, should I start from the street? I will start from the street, nothing will happen. After 3.5 4 years, okay, he is now doing a business in Coimbatore. I'm telling openly because you can just go validate people who are in Coimbatore, it's SMT traders. He is keeping that, what is that, vegetables, flowers, everything. He is making 20 25 lakh transaction per day. And even today, he gives that special respect. So then 2017, he told, you go and meet this boy who's like very, very simple in his predictions, doesn't complicate you. So no, you did not go for any aged people. He satisfies your needs and is on point without dragging. Okay, he gives some good thing because I was the one who made him to become like that. He thinks like that, even though it was actually his destiny. Then he came. But his friend is his friend. Then obviously he also had the same combination. Saturn plus Moon plus Mercury plus Ketu. Only thing is for that guy, Saturn plus Moon was sitting in the same Rashi. For this guy, that Moon was in trains. That's all the only difference. But it was Saturn plus Moon plus Mercury plus Ketu. So I asked him like, what is your education? He told, I have done my MA, I have done my MPhil, and I have done my shorthand like that. So I cannot definitely tell him go and do flower business, which is I told him. So he immediately told, don't suggest me any flower business like that. I'm not willing to start, sir, because that will not suit my education. So as there is a rule, Desh Kal Patra. So I thought, okay, Saturn is karma, your moon is public because we saw in moons one, we are still not yet seen. But as I said, we have to develop. Okay, moon is also karaka for public interaction with the public is moon public service. So Saturn is karma, moon is your public service, and moon is also that insurance. Mercury is and Ketu is documentation, and Ketu is all those related to documentation. Can you do this some document related work? Okay, or some insurance related work. Told what to do, sir. I am not getting anything. Then after 2 months, he called and told, sir, actually, in SBI, one person is calling me like some agent job. It seems I don't have to go and work there. Like I have to collect this insurance from people and they will give me commission. So I don't have to report anyone. It's also like I am the boss and nothing like that. I told, yeah, it will suit you. Do that is what I said. You can do. There is nothing harm in that. So he did. You will not believe what a unit manager does in 4 years. He did within 4 months. So the SBI guys are very, very impressed. They told, "Are you ready to willing to work with us? We will give you the same position, and you don't have to come to the office. You can just come in, punch, do, and do achieve your targets." Then they what is that? Made him the unit manager. Then they made him the senior unit manager. Now his name is also what is that? Bharat Kumar. You can check with him. In Ambattur branch, he is a what is that? Senior unit manager. Now he is making every month incentives itself 1 lakh. So last year he brought a Amaze car and I told, sir, it's only because of you. I told it's not because of me. Okay, I just give you the predictions and it went well with you. And now he is like telling like that if I work for 2 months, I'll become branch manager also. So if I was struck with the books, definitely I would have stuck only with computer science or some traveling job for more. So, or if I was struck with only observation, no, okay, this graha means only this it will give. That is not possible. So always try to gather what is the information about the client. Okay, even if you go to a doctor just by looking at you will tell, okay, you are having some intestinal. No, he will ask you what is the symptom. Okay, we are having stomach pain. Is it burning, bulging, or frequently coming? How is the stools? You will elucidate. Then he will give the correct answer. Right. So as a astrologer, we are not magicians, but of course, when you use the prashna, and when you do the what is that natal chart, for example, you will be knowing because you already joined, and most of them, few of people also taken consultation. They know somebody told how we could do so reliably on this month or this date itself. Because I use prashna for my help along with the natal chart, where it becomes easy to analyze the thought of the person. But generally, whenever we are doing, it's important we take the data. Then like that we can guide them because even a shepherd will have the medical combination. So yesterday we saw doctors. Don't you think a shepherd will have the combination? He will have. Of course, when they approach, the prashna tells like for what purpose he has come, and based on his thing, we are able to elucidate and come to the point. So one thing what I say is next week most probably I'll send you your notes. If I'm sending your notes means I am going to Bangalore. I may not have the class for Friday and Saturday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday you'll be getting all your notes. But next week if you have the class, then you will get notes only after next week because I'm just planning to go to Bangalore and send you the notes. That is the thing. But I'll let you know by the Tuesday or Wednesday regarding the class. So what I'm trying to say is don't get stuck with the notes, don't get stuck with the combinations. Try to work out the combinations as per the person who has come. Then definitely you will not go wrong. Why? Because today in computer science itself there is 100 divisions: network engineer and a software developer, tester, global infrastructure services, support team, application team. Okay, then again they are saying Python. Java, Oracle. Then again there is SAP. So which one we will tell them? We can only tell the nature of the job. Based on that we can correctly guide them, and we can tell what is not proper for him, what not to go. This you can choose. These are the options available. Because when we say Mars also can represent surgery. Mars also can represent a mechanical engineer or a electrical engineer. So based on that, if he's doing, for example, there is a student yesterday. He shared his son's chart. So he got 198.5. That time he didn't get a cutoff in Madurai. But later next year he wrote again. Then he got the seat and cleared MBBS. Now he's studying for MS. But I told him we can do surgery because Mars is good. The same thing will be there for an engineer. Based on their studies, we can tell them what is good. I told them either do you anesthesiology or you do surgery. If he was an engineer, we would have told what is relevant for him to take the branch. Like that only we can divide. There is if somebody is doing something, that is something like they say in Tamil, "Kakka vakara panamaram in the kada." Means the crow said, all of a sudden a branch fell, and the crow claimed it only because it saw the branch fell. Okay, it doesn't work, but we can improve the accuracy and we can give better perspectives which other branches of astrology may not be able to give, or where there is too much of complexity of applying the rules. Too many rules we have to apply, but here we can minimize it. Anyways, at the end of the last 2 3 classes I'll discuss only case studies where you will get more and more idea, but my only thing is not to get stuck with the bookage combinations. That's all. So if anybody is having any doubt, you please ask me. I am ready to clear, because you should not keep doubts in the mind. Can be anything, but don't keep anything to your mind. You can ask me, I'm ready here. So you have paid the money and you are spending the time only to learn something new, something you don't understand, something you think it's new, or something which is you want like how it is working. I am open to discuss, or else we'll go
Sir,
to yeah.
so in nadi there is no friends and enemies, right? For example, you were mentioning an example where Mercury and Mars are there. They are enemies, right? If they
Correct,
are
correct,
together, you said that it is something to do with mathematics, right?
correct, correct,
Or commerce,
correct,
commerce or mathematics,
correct,
right?
correct, correct.
So that enmity or friendship and naisargika mitra and all of that
Correct, correct.
concept will not
So
apply to me.
you are talking about the Tatkalika Mitra, Naisargika Mitra,
Yeah.
like that temporary relationship. So that also we'll discuss in the next class, where I'll show you how this. I think you should be aware, because you told you are in ICAS now. I don't know whether they have started. For this temporary friendship and original friendship, temporary is backside 3 houses, from 12th house 3 houses, and year 3 houses it becomes that temporary friendship and enemies. But in that what is that in original friendship, how a planet becomes friendship or enmity, it is calculated from the Mula Trikona house of that particular planet. Okay, which are the houses the other planet want, like that. Okay, that is there in Brihat Jataka. In the next class I'll show you how in Parashari the friendship and enmity occurs, and what is the easy way to remember friendship and enmity in Parashara. Even though it's not part of the thing, I'll teach. Everything is knowledge, but in Nadi, how this is there also I'll teach. As I said yesterday, there is no friendship enmity as per the Parasharian rule. Here, a planet becomes friend and enemy purely based on the Karakatva. For example, Ketu is said to be as an enemy. Why? Because Ketu and Ketu existed only because of Rahu was beheaded by Mahavishnu, and the people responsible for that was Sun and Moon, who complained to the Lord Mahavishnu. But if you see, Ketu is the Jnanakaraka because it falls at the feet of Vishnu after beheading, and Sun is the Atma. For Atma to get the Jnana, definitely it needs the Ketu's Karaka. But again, the Ketu, whenever in transit goes on Sun, it may create some problem to the father's health also. So it works in a dual way. So where it works in a positive way, where goes in a negative way, at initial level, if we learn, then in future we can be able to apply. For example, again there is Rahu plus Venus. Rahu plus Venus, if you have in any chart, you check, definitely they have at least two properties, or they live in a big building, or they have some good vehicles, like that they have. But the same Rahu can damage one of the female in the house. It can be the wife, or it can be the daughter, or it can be a sister, because it kills the living karaka. Like that, planets have the differentiality. But we'll see that in the coming class, where I'll teach you why each planet is enemy in Nadi. Friendship we don't have to remember, but enmity is one thing which will block the result. How to remember this enmity? Maybe that may not be actually present in any of the books, but I'll give you a logical reasons which will make you to understand why there is that enmity. Then you'll be able to take that. For example, sun is government. Okay. Ketu is the Karaka for flag. Its symbol is flag. So all the flag bearing posts like IAS officers and ministers, all those things, they all have this Dvajakirti Yoga. That is Jupiter, Sun and Ketu, or Saturn, Sun and Ketu. So we have to, but at the same time, if somebody is having Saturn Ketu, throughout his life he is facing lot of problems. Sometimes this problem may not be there because he is working in an IT company, or he is working in as a doctor, or he is working as a lawyer, because karma means job, Ketu means arguments. So then he is doing that lawyer job. But whether we will have that recognition, that will be only given by the Jupiter in the trine. If the Jupiter is in 15972 with the Saturn Ketu, then he will get name. Otherwise, he will do that lawyer job, but he will not get any recognition for that job. Or similarly, if Saturn Ketu is also not there, Mercury Ketu can make him a lawyer, because education and profession most of the times go hand to hand. Because Mercury is education, Ketu is argumentative education, lawyer. Like that we can keep building. But only thing is, it's like just the fourth class, maybe some seventh class, eighth class, you'll be all right with all this nuances of the nadi. You clear, sir? It was.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Next, Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in solar system. The movement of this planet is neither too slow nor too fast. The color of Jupiter is yellow. The rays which come out of Jupiter provide soothing effect to life on the Earth. Hence, Jupiter aspect in horoscope is considered as benefic. Inside the egg, yellow colored part is one. It gives birth of life. Hence, Jupiter is also considered as Shivakaraka. Now, Karakatwas of Jupiter. So, the Jupiter is a Jivakaraka for male. It's a common Jivakaraka, but how the female's body interacts with everyone is given by the Venus. But when you want to do the progression, when you want to take the timeline, Jupiter is the common Jivakaraka. But to see the character and personality of the female, we'll take Venus as the Jivakaraka. Second husband. So, yesterday class I told Mars is the first husband. Then the Jupiter is the second husband. Third husband also somebody else plays the role. I'll teach you in the next slides. Preacher, mentor, guide, teacher, presenter, trainer, education department, education minister, judge, religious activities, spiritual person, development, growth, respect, divinity, nose, fat, tie, leg, feet, flesh, puja room, Vedas, temples, endowment department, honey, divine, cow, prestige, respect, self-esteem, patience. Since Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system, Jupiter indicates the largest organs in the human body. In outer of the human body, the thighs are the bulkiest, and inside the human body, liver is the biggest organ. Hence, Jupiter is assigned the Karakatvas of thighs and liver. Since Jupiter is the biggest planet in human beings, someone who is much matured and has loads of experience and wisdom is also compared to Jupiter, and also persons who are obese have a huge bulky body which is again related to Jupiter, which is largest planet. We know that Jupiter is biggest planet in the solar system when compared to other planets, and it can affect any planet due to its huge size. Hence, aspect of Jupiter is considered to be very powerful, and since it has a soothing effect, it is considered beneficial as well as powerful. Oxygen, which is essential component for breathing and breakdown of molecule to generate energy, and hence the organism can grow and survive. Since Jupiter is Jivakaraka, oxygen is also related to Jupiter. Since Jupiter appears yellow in color, all things that are in yellow color, such as yellow sapphire, turmeric, gold, all are indicated by Jupiter. The largest land animal is elephant, and Jupiter is the biggest planet. Hence, Jupiter is also assigned Karakatvas for elephant. In pranayama, breathing control is done through nose. Hence, Jupiter, which signifies breathing, also world's significator of the nose. Jupiter owns Sagittarius and Pisces. It gets exalted in Cancer and debilitated in Capricorn. Its gemstone is yellow sapphire. Venus. The brightest planet in entire solar system is Venus. The planet is neither too small nor bigger in size. It also rotates in opposite manner when compared to conventional rotation of other planets. Hence, it is also known as non-conventional planet. If you see, all the planets spin from east to west. This is the one which spins in west to east. Rotation is same, but spinning revolution is same, but spinning on its axis is different. Once a human being is born, he has to die. But Venus or Shukracharya has the capability to bring back the dead person to the light, which is non-conventional. I think most of you would have heard this story, right? Like where the Shukracharya was the one who was having this Vidya of Mrita Sanjeevani, and how the Guru's son comes from the Devaloka to learn this art from Shukracharya. In the course of time, what happens is this Guru's son is being identified by these Asuras, and Asuras just kill him and mix him in the wine or the drink and give it to the Guru Shukra. And when Guru Shukra consumes it, then the daughter of Shukra realizes that because daughter of Shukra was in love with Jupiter's son. Then she pleads her father to bring him alive because she loves him. Then, but Shukra knows because he has already gone inside the stomach. If he makes him to come alive, then Shukra will die. So then Shukra tells, I'll teach you this Vidya, but after coming out, you should make me to life. So after coming out, Guru's son could have made this Shukra dead forever. Why? Because Shukracharya was creating problems for them by bringing back the dead Asuras alive again and again, which was concern for Devas. But being obedient for his Guru, he brings Shukra to the life. Then Shukra asks this person to marry his daughter because his daughter was liking. But there he denies because he came out of Shukra's father, Shukra's womb. So she becomes her sister. So Shukra gets angry and he curses him. You cannot use this Mrita Sanjeevani for anyone or anywhere. You came from Devalaka only for this, right? But you will not be able to use it. But being intelligent, he says, okay, I may not be able to use this to anyone, but I can impart this knowledge to anybody which you are not restricted me. So like that, this is the story. Just because some of you may not be able, most of you might be able. I'm just putting it here. The Karakatwas of Venus. Jiva Karaka for woman and the first wife, younger sister, and daughter-in-law, luxuries, pleasure, money, wealth, finance, banking, money, lending, wine shop, and cattle field, cloth merchant, love, poetry, flower, sex, marriage, and assets, vehicles, house, semen or sperm, uterus, ovaries, cheeks, and here it's a like a type error very very long back. It's not art, it's art, which I told you, right? So I think last class I told you this. So again, art has three different forms. So did I say like how to differentiate the Mercury's art, Venus art, and Moon's art? So let me not repeat and waste your time. Fine. And
No, sir.
I didn't say. Okay, fine. So when we see this, say this art, many people will tell art. In Moon also we see art. Mercury also we are telling art, and Venus also you are telling art. So what is the difference? Which art is represented by what? So yes, very much true. Moon also they say art, Kalai, or Venus is also art, Kalai, or Mercury is also art. So the art which you just listen and you appreciate it, that belongs to the moon. For example, SPB's voice nobody can match. That is a very unique voice. That is the art. That is the art of moon. But the art, Kamal as an acting and all nobody can do. Shivaji Ganeshan means only one Shivaji Ganeshan. Okay. And NTR means only he can do that Krishna. Nobody can do. This, you see it. Dance means Prabhu Deva in South India. Nobody can match it because you have seen it in your eyes. The things which you see and you appreciate it, okay, those arts are one which belong to the Venus. Beautiful building, Taj Mahal, okay, You saw that what a beautiful interior structure, Mahabalipuram. Nothing in front of this. Even Taj Mahal is nothing in front of this. These and all are Venus, which you see and you appreciate it. And poet means lyristic writer means Kannadasan. Nobody can come like Kannadasan. 20 Kannadasan, 80 Kannadasan, 2000 Kannadasan. No match for Kannadasan. Nobody can write like him. These things. Okay. Kural means Thiruvalluvar. And Doa means Kabir. These and all, the writing art, all those writing documented arts and all belongs to Mercury. So, like that, we have to identify and tell the person in which art it can be better. So, these things again, it's not given in the books, it's only out of experience we will be able to differentiate it. Okay. Now, as I said, now we'll see the Karakas for the Venus. And right side of the chin, and that is wrong. Okay, it's a typo error. It cannot be right side of the chin. Venus will represent only cheeks. Chin is represented by Saturn. Kitchen, music, scent, sweet, intoxicants, dance, acting, fancy stores, dancing ball, or cinema theater. It is also known as morning star, or they call in Tamil as Vidivelli. It appears in the sky before the sunrise and mimics as if it is because of this planet the brightness has come. Even though sun is responsible for brightness, it is also called as evening star since it appears in the sky before the moonrise and mimics as if it is because of this planet. Brightness has come. Even the moon, which is reflecting sunlight, is responsible for the brightness. Therefore, this planet is called as actor. Since actors in cinema also only real actors, really they cannot do anything, most of them. So it is also called as an actor. Along with Rahu, Venus plays important role in the cine industry, all photography, all those things. Therefore, cinema is also assigned with Venus. Venus is the brightest planet, hence space is also assigned to Venus because whether a person is dull or bright or attractive or unattractive is judged from the glow of his face. And also, most of the cine artists do apply makeup to the faces, more so to their cheeks. Hence, in face, cheeks are represented by Venus. In human reproductive system, the sperms produced by the male is also said to be white and have a kind of edges or glow. Hence, sperm is also assigned to Venus. The sperm is usually deposited in the uterus of woman, and from there, the life, the jiva begins. Therefore, Venus is also assigned the Jiva Karaka for the females. There are people who will also tell, like, nose is Jupiter, on that you punch the thing, so that is the Jiva Karaka. But I see this is more appropriate and proper. Venus, which is brightest, is also assigned to some bright objects such as jewels, diamonds, etc. All cosmetics, perfumes is also assigned to Venus. We also saw Venus mimics as if it is real cause of brightness. Hence, horse riding, vehicle driving are also assigned to Venus. In horse riding or vehicles, even though man does not travel, but only vehicle is travel, it is assumed we have traveled on one, which again can be correlated to the mimic activity of Venus. So Venus rules Taurus and Libra. It gets exalted in Pisces and debilitated in Virgo. So gemstone for Venus is diamond. So it is 8:50. I'll stop at this stage. Still we are out to complete three more Caracas. We'll continue with the same ID. So 9 o'clock I'll join. 8:50 to 9:02 I'll come and join. So just take a 10 minutes break. I'll be back. Thank you. We can resume the class. So now we can see the Saturn. Is my voice audible?
Audible,
Yes,
sir.
Guruji. Yes, Guruji.
Yeah.
Audible.
Yes.
Thank you. So Saturn is the most farther planet from Sun in the entire solar system. Means what are the planets we consider for consideration compared to other planets. It receives less of sunlight and colder than any other planet. Hence, Saturn represents darkness and kapha, that is the cold. Saturn's orbit is also much bigger and takes more time than any other planet. Hence, Saturn holds the Karakatva for delay, slow, lethargic, full stop. Usually, old people take more time to walk or perform any activity. Hence, old age and old persons are also attributed to Saturn. The orbit of Saturn is big, so is the experience of old people. Hence, experienced persons or experience is related to Saturn. We also saw Saturn is a slow moving planet because it takes approximately 30 months to cross a Rashi, that is 2.5 years. Hence, physically handicapped persons are also represented by Saturn because of their slow movements. Now we will see the Karakas of Saturn. Karma Karaka, elder brother, third husband, work, profession, industry, slowness, indolence, chin, feet, buttocks, anus. So the anus is the Saturn, but the opening, the narrow opening, that way is Ketu. Knees, foreleg, digestive bladder, storeroom, dump yard, dustbin, grinding stone, dining hall, windy and gastric health disorders, woolen clothes, iron, lead, whirling wind, storm, oil mines, low paid servant. All these are the Karakatvas of Saturn. Next, Saturn is a cold planet because of its existence in the outer orbit and far away from Sun. In Ayurveda system of medicine, cold is called kapha. It is even the same in Siddha also, where we call Vadam, Pidam, and Kavam. The cold is known as kapha humor, the other two being Vata and Pitta. It is said excess of kapha results in death, and kapha is majorly responsible for death of living beings. Hence, Saturn naturally becomes indicator of longevity. In planets, Saturn is one planet which receives least sunlight. Similarly, in human body, legs are part of the body which are less exposed to the sunlight. Hence, Saturn is also significator of legs. Since Saturn is darkness, all black things are assigned to Saturn, such as charcoal, iron, etc. In a way, human destiny is also kind of dark. Nothing is known. Hence, destiny is also linked to Saturn. Caves, mortuary, dark room, charcoal, all other places where there is less or no penetration of sunlight is attributed to Saturn. Man usually sleeps in the night, which is again darkness. Therefore, sleep is also represented by Saturn. Usually, people who are in poverty, their life usually takes very long time to stabilize. And hence, all things happen at very slow rate and delayed pace when compared to rich people. Therefore, poverty and poor people are Karakatvas of Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorn and Aquarius. It gets exalted in Libra and debilitated in Aries. The gemstone for Saturn is blue sapphire. So now we'll see the moon and the Rahu and Ketu, which are very important planets. The celestial, like other seven planets, the Rahu Ketu are not visible either to the naked eye or to any astronomical instruments. So only they are known as shadow planets or chaya graphs. They don't have any shape or size unlike the other planets. Since these shadow planets do not have any physical existence, They are just mathematical points. The intersection of orbits of Sun and Moon are called as Rahu and Ketu. These mathematical points also act as an obstacle in blocking the rays of other planets falling over Earth. Hence, they are also known as blocker. Here, Rahu acts as a blocker in living things. Means it's a death factor. It destroys whichever living character is getting connected. We'll discuss that when you do the Jivakandam about Jupiter, all those things. And Ketu acts as a blocker in materialistic things. These mathematical points also appear as a snake in celestial. Hence, they are often compared as snake. So, to the sages, they appear like the snakes. To their divine eyes, they appear like a snake. Hence, they are often compared as snake. Here, the Rahu appears like the snake because it is only the eighth part. It appears like the snake, which is wide open its mouth. So the mouth, just imagine the snake of the mouth is open the mouth. Is ready to get whatever the prey is coming inside. Whereas Ketu appears like a tail of the snake. Hence, they both are compared as head and tail of the snake respectively. Anything that does not have physical appearance is said to exist in the Sukshma form. Is the belief held by majority of the humankind. After that, even the people leave their physical body, but it is believed they exist in the Sukshma form. So only we perform all these tarpanas, rituals, everything to them, Pitrupaksha, all that to them every year and seek their blessings and protection. Similarly, God and demigod, Rakshasas, demons, devils, Yakshini, Mohini, ghost, all are not present in physical state, but they are believed to exist in the Sukshma form. Now, the Rakshasas, demons, devils, and evil forces belong to Rahu group. All Devas, Siddhas belong to the Ketu group. The Karakatwas of Rahu. So, if you imagine that snake opening its mouth wide, you can bring many Karakatwas under your gamut. As we already discussed, Rahu is a snake mouth wide open. Hence, whichever is in wide opening form is assigned the Karakatwas of Rahu like mouth, large intestine, big wide pond, wide lake, big river, like which appears like a ocean, dried wood, plastic, rubber, all those things are Karakatwas of thing. Why this? We have the reason. And next, the Karakatwas of Ketu. Since we know Ketu appears like a tail of the snake, nerves, ears. So if you see in Parashari, nerves is given by Mercury and ears are given by Saturn. But here it is different. And finger, all thread-like structures. Male genital organ, which is also like a tail of the snake. Creepers, small intestine, the openings of the anus, narrow water channels, all indicates Ketu. Also, keeping open and taking inside is the Karakatva of Rahu. Keeping outside is the Karakatva of Ketu. If we observe, food is taken to the mouth, which indicates Rahu, and unobserved and unwanted is excreted to the anus, which is the Karakatva of Ketu, pushing out. In human relationship also, man is the one who transfers the seed and woman is the receiver. Thereby, male reproductive organ is compared to of Ketu and female organ, which is the vagina, which is the receiver, open, is compared to of Rahu. Breathing through the nose, Jupiter plus Ketu, and breathing through the mouth, Rahu plus Jupiter. Breathing through the nose increases the longevity, whereas breathing through the mouth decreases the longevity or shortens the longevity. So in Nadi, we know like these exaltations and debilitations matter a lot. But again, there are different views in the traditional system or what even in traditional system itself there are many different views. So there are many ways which is not possible to present here. Commonly held views I have presented, and what I will be following in my nadi astrology and what I was taught to my gurus, I will be explaining it here. The first view is both are exalted in Taurus and debilitated in Scorpio. And the second view is both are exalted in Scorpio and debilitated in Taurus. The third view is Rahu is exalted in Taurus and debilitated in Scorpio, and Ketu is exalted in Scorpio and debilitated in Taurus. There are many other views too, but third one appears to be more convincing in my opinion. So for this, let us take some characteristics of both of them. Rahu exalted in Taurus and Ketu debilitation in Taurus. So why I take this? So I'm just trying to give the logical support. Even though this is also having the support of classics, but I'm trying to put my weightage on this. Why the view given by classics of this view should be more apt. Rahu gets exalted in 20 degrees of Taurus. These 20 degrees of arc belong to Rohini, which is ruled by Moon, and this Rashi is ruled by Venus. Venus indicates luxury, finance, enjoyment, women, etc. Rahu is a Bhoga Karaka, which is interested in enjoying the pleasure. Moon indicates adultery, beauty, lust. A person who earns millions and wants to enjoy the life will not mind having luxurious lifestyle. Also, with the exception of few, most millionaires have been known for their Bhoga Karaka activities. They don't mind spending money to achieve their desires and pleasures. Hence, all this can be given by Rahu in Moon Nakshatra and Venus Rashi, which holds the above Karakattvas as assigned. Whereas Ketu, who is spiritual and in search of wisdom, will not be comfortable in Taurus, hence he gets debilitated here. Ketu exaltation in Scorpio and Rahu debilitation in Scorpio. Here we see Ketu gets exalted in 20 degrees of Scorpio. This arc of 20 degrees belongs to Jyeshta Nakshatra, which belongs to Mercury. We know intellect, intelligence, education, study of Vedas and Shastra are indicated by Mercury. The Mars, the owner of Scorpio, is indicator of this difficulty path, stubbornness, obstacles. Similarly, learning any Veda Shastra or astrology is not an easy task. This knowledge has to cross many difficult paths. Then only one can obtain this knowledge. Hence, Jnanakaraka Ketu can be considered to be exalted here. Rahu, which wants enjoyments and pleasures, will not feel comfortable being placed in Scorpio. Hence, we can take Rahu to be debilitated in Scorpio. Now we'll see the moon, characteristics, karakattvas, and all. Among the Navagraha, moon is one among them. It is one of those planets with sun which provides light or brightness to the earth, even though it reflects only sunlight of the sun. The moon has three kinds of movements, which is unique. It revolves around the earth, it rotates itself, it revolves around the sun along with the earth. Such uniqueness is attributed only to moon when compared with other Navagraha. Among nine planets, moon is the one which has fast movements. It also has two kinds of phases, Sukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. It is the near planet to the earth when compared with other planets as per Indian astrology, even though sun and moon are not planets. We take them as Graha, which is poorly translated as planets in English. Moon is also considered to be significator of mother. We will see that why so. If we observe, mother's thought and eyes are always towards her baby, and she allows or follows her kid. Similarly, moon also follows earth in close. That is the reason we call geostationary satellites, which even the man makes, because it has exact like how the earth moon is following the earth and keeps rotating around it without any slightest deviation, taking care of earth like its kid. Moon is also considered to human body. We already saw moon has two phases. It is not visible on Amavasya, and very next day it slowly grows like a crescent shape and gradually becomes fuller in size in Purnami day. And from then it diminishes in size, it becomes invisible. If we consider human body also grows gradually from single cell to multicellular, embryo, then child, then adult stage, thereafter old age, and finally this body perishes. Hence, this body possesses the quality of waxing and waning moon. Hence, moon is also given the karaka of human body, the mind and the body. As we saw, moon has the fastest movement, and human mind is also similarly keeps changing from movement. Hence, mind or to be more precise, mana is governed by the moon. The earth, apart from it, receives light only from moon. Only moonlight gives substantial vision after sunlight to human eyes. Hence, moon is also a significator of human eyes. Some medicinal plants grow under only moonlight. Hence, moon also indicates medicine. Also, two-thirds of the world is also associated with water. On Amavasya, the level of water decreases, whereas on Purnami, the level of water increases. This is also the effect of moon, so we can infer moon is having control over water. Hence, water is also represented by moon. The fluid content in human body is also represented by moon. Therefore, blood is also represented by moon. During Amavasya time, low BP patients have experienced still lower BP, and high BP patients during Purnami have found to experience their BP levels. Hence, we can see moon also represents blood system in our body. Also, mentally disturbed patients have more disturbed patterns of behavior during Amavasya and Purnami when moon is lowest and highest in strength. This fact is also coming up with many new medical researches which is ongoing. Even a branch of Nemans in Bangalore is also doing this research. A NGO is funding the project. So I don't know what is the research now because before COVID I was touched with them. So let us see like what is their output also in some years of time. Hence we can also infer moon is a significator of mana or mind. Any adverse in moon position or strength leads to fickle mind, instability in taking decisions, and lack of clarity. Since moon keeps traveling at rapid pace and keeps on changing its phases, it also indicates traveling and changes. Since moon also eloped with his guru's wife Tara and resulted in birth of Mercury, moon is also known for cunningness and adultery. Thereby, it becomes the karaka for the same. Mother brings up her child by feeding the child with food and milk in initial stages. Hence, breast which symbolizes motherliness and secrete milk is also significant of moon. Food and other milk related products are also indicated by moon. Moon takes around 28 days to complete one zodiac. The menstrual cycle of woman is also 28 days. Hence, moon also has its say in menstrual cycle of woman, and any affliction to moon can cause problem in cycle of woman. Nobody can stop admiring the beauty of moon. Hence, moon also represents beauty, and people who have strong moon in their horoscope can mesmerize any people easily, and they have good imagination and appreciate artistic beauty. Since moon also constantly changes its phase, all easily perishable fruits, vegetables are attributed to moon. Moon gets exalted in Taurus and debilitated in Scorpio and owns Cancer. Not only this, like many things like what is that arts or public service and beauty related things, many things we can keep adding them, no? But when we see the charts in the ending classes where you will get more and more ideas like how to put everything. So I'll stop at this stage. We are done with all the karakas and how we have to remember the logic. So this should be sufficient. So the next class I'll let you know like on the next Friday or Saturday's class whether if I'm not taking then by next Monday or Tuesday I should be getting the notes. So in case if I'm taking then by 29 or 30 you'll be getting the notes. So I'll let you know like regarding this by next Tuesday or Wednesday whether we because if I'm traveling back to Bangalore and everything is all right then I will send you the notes and I cannot be taking the class. So that I'll be informing you by Tuesday or Wednesday. So I will end at this stage. If any one of you are having any doubts, just kindly ask me the questions. We'll clear the doubts.
Sir, I'm not too sure about this. In my place.